Pro tip for men: don't follow women to their cars. I just went to Target for a quick errand and 5 seconds after getting into my car there is a man there waving through my window. He told me he saw me in Target and followed me to ask me out. Is this ever a successful strategy? How do people think this comes across? Kelsey Smith was murdered in 2007 by a guy who followed her around in Target and abducted her in the parking lot. So, no, do not approach me in a Target parking lot. Or Target, or parking lot. Why do you carry a knife everywhere? Because I will not be mistaken for being too nice. Like, if you have a baseball bat in your car, also carry a glove and a ball. Your lawyer will thank you for legal ass covering. I feel fortunate I'm in Arizona. You can have any size blade. I had a girlfriend who used to leave a butcher cleaver on her dashboard. I carry around a much smaller pocket knife with me, you know, for utility. I've got a mini keychain multi-tool thing that has a very small screwdriver, small scissors and 2 small knives. It's not much, but it's legal pretty much everywhere, and I've used this screwdriver and scissors a good half dozen times already in non-self-defense scenarios. It's on my keychain and very clearly meant to be more utilitarian than many knives. Yeah, that's super creepy. I had a guy stop my car door from closing so he could proposition me. That scared me so much that I now pay a lot more attention to who's around me. Had a guy lean against the driver's side door of my truck so I couldn't get in. Deliberately cutting off our best method of escape is not a winning strategy. My partner had that happen to her and she lives with PTSD. She slammed the door on the guy's hand and smashed it. My reaction when she told me was Lucille Bluth, good for her. I have had strange men open my car door while I was sitting in the driver's seat with the doors unlocked just to proposition me or ask me a question or whatever it was. I now lock the doors immediately as soon as I get inside my car. Very first thing they taught me in driver's ed is to lock the doors as soon as you get in, and I still do that to this day. I've gotten into the habit of hitting the lock button on the door with my thumb while pulling it closed. It's one less thing to think about since it's automatic now. Locking your doors should be the very first thing you do once you get in your car. Took a self-defense class in college taught by the most badass chick ever, and it was one of the first things she impressed upon us. When I met my husband, he would unlock his car doors basically soon as the remote would work. It took me spelling it out for him very descriptively to explain why I didn't like to unlock the doors until I was right by the car. Yeah, I agree, it can come off as rude, but the person who just randomly approaches your car window should be aware of the implications of his actions and how it can induce anxiety in someone, especially women. So fuck politeness and don't hesitate to lock the doors. Safety all. Being in public doesn't entitle you to other people being polite. Better to come off as rude than risk your safety. That would have been smart, but my reaction was to be nice BC of the conditioning we go through to be polite. Just make it a habit. I lock myself in my car as soon as I'm closing the door. It's just automatic at this point. I really enjoyed this book. Great recommendation. I hate how common this apparently is. Just the other day, in front of my own house, a dude followed me to my car and right up to the door even after I closed and locked it. I had said hi and stuff just in case he had something important to say, but he was just being creepy. I ignore 95% of the men who try to talk to me, but occasionally they are insistent, so I think maybe I dropped my wallet or something. Nope, it's always a pickup attempt. Yeah, that's why depending on the context I might let listen for a word or two, because if I did drop something I assume they would lead with that. If I brush a guy off on the street, I immediately check my purse to see if I dropped anything. And if everything is there, I keep walking. I feel like rom-coms are always showing people bumping into each other in public. I obviously never approach women in public, but I feel like this is a common trope in our society. Maybe it would help. I have often run into guys thinking we make this up because they would never do this, to no man would obviously do this. Absolutely, and it even varies from woman to woman. Some days I dress masked to the point I probably get seen as a teen boy. But even then I still get shit.